Hey, what's up? This is Fred Martinez. I'm one of the co-hosts of the Extraordinary Being Movement podcast, as well as the author of the Financial Game Plan for Your Dollars and Cents. I want to talk about a few things that have been going on in my life that I have expressed. I created a video over 15, oh gosh, it's like over 600 days ago, I guess. I have no idea how long it was. And it was basically a video that was talking about semen retention. And it's a taboo subject because people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about, they'll definitely talk about like sex in some form or fashion, but in one ways people don't really want to talk about other things because maybe it's a taboo subject. People are embarrassed. People are not ready to have the conversation, whatever it might be. But however, what happened was, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because a friend of mine went on a date with this lady. And this lady apparently must have known, but people must know about my video or etc. And so all of a sudden it's like, oh, you hang out with him? That's a little weird. To me, it's the thing is like we're judging people. We're judging people without even getting to know a person, getting to understand like why a person does what they do. And what happens is we get into these judgments, we get into these labels instead of really actually getting to know the person. The reason why I'm going to tell you that the reason why I embarked on that journey, or still on this journey, is because of a few things. One, I'm an athlete, so I wanted to find out about seeing if this is going to be a cutting edge, whether or not it's going to give me the ability to keep my testosterone at a higher level, being able to recover, being able to have more energy. And the reason why I thought about this stuff is because I run across other things that were out there talking about these athletes that would do this, these great athletes that would do this before competition. Then also I was reading a book called Think and Grow Rich. So I started thinking about that they had a chapter in that book, and it was about called sexual transmutation, being able to take this the life force energy, instead of giving it out to procreating, that you're going to be able to just regenerate this thing or transmutate it into something else, like some articles, literature, how you're living your life, being able to use that energy, because everything's an energy in life. And so that was one reason. Also, then there was the other reason, where I was running into some really crazy women in my life. I would be at the grocery store. I'll use this. So I was at the grocery store, minding my own business. I had a competition I was getting ready for, just shopping. This woman, beautiful woman, basically looks at me up and down. I look at her and I smile and I said hi. Then I just pushed my cart away. Every aisle that I particularly saw while I was shopping, she was there. She waved at me. She was doing that flirting with me. I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. It kind of reminded me of childhood days of like high school, where you have that little flirtation going back and forth. Then what ended up happening is we are at the checkout stand, and she's right there in front of me. I'm right behind her, a couple spots behind. She sees me. She waves. She comes around the corner and to where I am at, and she says, I think we need to exchange numbers. My reply was, yourself. Then what happened, I ended up getting her number when I was in the parking lot. I looked it up on Google, and what do you think popped up? Yeah, there's a website. And on this website, it was the world's oldest profession. Hey, good morning, how are you doing? And so there I kind of said, wow, I must be vibrating at a different frequency. I must be looking lonely. I must be looking desperate. So I decided to say, what can I do to increase my vibration? Who am I? What am I doing? Those are the things I kind of wanted to embark on, was to change my vibration of how I'm showing up in the world. So that was the other idea. Okay. Then the other thing, I looked at it as, what do men do? They go to the hub. They go to the hub and they get addicted to the hub. So I kind of looked at it as saying, Why would I want to have that addiction to the hub when I'm more kinesthetically aware of my own body and my feelings and things like that? I know we all live in a lust world, and that because you see it in advertising. However, right now I'm realizing the transformation in my life is changing from going from that lust world to being more of like the energy, realizing that I really appreciate the energy. I really appreciate how a person is showing up. And uh, don't get me wrong, it's like this might sound weird. It might be sounding like it's far-fetched. However, I'm just looking at it upon taking things and learning different things. Like I ended up finding an online course that I'm taking. It's on tantra, and when you started thinking about it, is like, what is tantra? And you start thinking about it, and you start think and you go into it. You go in with open mind and open eyes, and just being open to whatever possibility that might happen. And I realized that by doing that, it opens up so many different things. Like I can open up to my life to other possibilities. First time I ever had sheep cheese in my life. First time I ever had goat cheese in my life. I look at it as, wow, look at that. It's something tastes different to me, and I'm like, yeah, I like it. It's about, you try it, and if you don't like it, then you end up, maybe you try it again. Maybe it might be the circumstance, maybe it might be the environment, whatever it might be. And then if you don't particularly like it, you just move on. You end up saying, okay, it was fun, I tried it. But when you live your life with basically with blinders on and not being open-minded, you're missing out on all these possibilities of how you can live your life, as well as you can have connections with people. That's what I want to go ahead and just talk about this whole thing. If a person is doing whatever, something that might be weird, it might be some kind of weird diet, and to you, but to them it's not. Maybe it's something that might be a game changer, it might be a life-saving technique that they're doing because it transformed their life. It is on them. It is not on you. You're not, and when you judge a person, you're preventing them from really living their life on who they really want to be, and who they're becoming. So just be open to whatever possibilities, be open to the connections, and just allow it to be. And live in this judgment-free zone where there's no shame, there's no guilt. Because I know that for myself, with growing up Catholic, believe me, there's a lot of guilt and shame. They make you feel bad on something like, oh my God, you're gonna have premarital sex, you're gonna burn up in hell, you need to be married before you have sex, or you need this, or you need that. Well, you know what? Only you can make that determining factor if you want to have sex or not have sex. Only you can have that determining factor if you want to go ahead and eat this or eat that. Everything in life has choices, and you have choices. And then there's consequences to your actions, whatever it might be. But the thing is, it's like, don't let somebody else's guilt and shame that they're trying to push onto you affect you. That's what I want to say, is that you are unstoppable, my friends. So you have an awesome weekend. You have an awesome day. You have an awesome life, because live your life extraordinary, my friends. Peace out.